Welcome to Real Talk for New Agents, the podcast where we dive deep into what they didn't teach you in real estate school. I'm your host, Sarah White, a seasoned real estate broker, mentor, and your go-to guide for navigating the roller coaster of starting your career in this exciting but sometimes challenging industry. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by lead generation, struggled to find your footing, or questioned whether you even have what it takes to be in this business? Trust me, you're not alone. Each week, I'll cut through the noise with real-life tips and strategies so that I can help you build the confidence, skills, and systems you need to thrive. So grab your coffee, get ready to take notes, and let's tackle this journey together. This is Real Talk for New Agents. Hello everyone, and welcome back. I'm your host, Sarah White, and today we're going to dive deep into creating a real estate business plan and one that actually works. And I'm going to talk to you about how to hold yourself accountable so you stay on track and get real results. But before we get started, I want to let you know that I have a freebie for you, so stick around till the end. You're not going to want to miss this. If you are new to the business and have been winging it, I'm here today to tell you that it's time to change that. Successful agents don't just hope for deals, they plan for them. Maybe you don't know what metrics you need to track, but I'm going to cover that in today's episode. Real estate is a numbers game, and you need to know your numbers to make sure you're hitting your goals consistently. Before we dive into the how, let's talk about why this matters. Many agents fail not because they aren't good at real estate. We know people who get into the business are usually very good with people and helping others and love looking at houses, so that isn't the issue. The problem is that they don't have a clear plan or a way to track their efforts, and they can get easily sidetracked with administrative type work, or even worse scenario, just waiting around for things to happen. Let me stress upon you that a real estate business plan isn't just a piece of paper. It's your roadmap to success. It should lay out where you are now, what is your starting point, where you want to go, what's your income goals, lifestyle goals, how you'll get there, your daily, your weekly, and your monthly actions, how to measure your success so you adjust when needed. I like to think of it like a GPS. If I don't enter a destination, how am I going to know if I'm going in the right direction or the right way? First, let's start with money, because let's be real, you're in business to make a profit. Everyone is. You want to ask yourself this: how much money do you want to make this year? And what's your desired monthly income? Let me share the formula with you. Let's say you decided your annual income goal was $100,000. So you're going to take your average commission per deal for your area, and you're going to divide that into your income goal. So if your income goal is $100,000, you're going to take that and divide it by 10,000 per transaction. That's going to give you the number 10. So you need 10 transactions if you want to gross $100,000 a year. Now, if your price point's higher, of course, you're going to do less deals. If your average commission is lower, you're going to have to do more deals. That's just a base for you to understand the math. So then you can break it down into monthly targets. So let's say you want to do one deal per month. You want to take into account the slower periods of time throughout the year and figure out how many deals you need to do each month to get to your $100,000. This makes your goal clear, measurable, and actionable. Now, when you've been in the business for a year, you're going to know your conversion ratios because you're going to track your metrics. But for your first year, you're not going to have this information. So my recommendation is to ask your office manager to give you some realistic targets, or go right to the source and ask a seasoned agent if they would be willing to share their metrics with you. You have to remember, you may have different results, but for now, it's better to have a starting point that's realistic than nothing at all. So let's discuss how this works. Now that you know how many deals you need to reach your goal of $100,000 a year, we have to figure out what it actually takes to get there, right? You need to reverse engineer your success by tracking your conversion ratios. So what does that mean? Well, you have to dive deep and figure out How many touch points or interactions does it take for you to get one appointment? And then how many appointments do you need to go on to get one signed client? And then how many of those clients will equal a closed deal? So here's an example of what this may look like. You may need 100 interactions with different people to get you 10 appointments. Then you go on these 10 appointments and you may only end up with 2 or 3 clients. And then from those 2 or 3 clients, you should close one deal. But once you know your numbers, you can create an action plan that's realistic and specific to you and your area of expertise. That's why it's great to get these metrics from someone who's done it so that you're not kind of doing it blindly. You have a frame of reference for your neighborhood, your area, wherever your business is. Next, we're going to need to choose our lead generation pillars. Your business plan will need to include where your business will come from. Now, we did talk about this in episode 2. If you haven't listened to that, I highly encourage you to go back and listen to that episode. But for today, I'll give you a few proven lead generation strategies. If you want my complete list, leave me a comment that says list below and I'll send it over to you. So 1, sphere of influence. Friends, family, past colleagues, anyone you know in your life. 2, open houses, a great way to meet motivated buyers. 3, social media marketing, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. 4, farming a neighborhood, becoming the local expert. 5, paid ads on any social platforms like Google or even on your Chamber of Commerce or news outlets. 6, email marketing. 7, for sale by owners, and if you're allowed in your area, expired listings. The list can go on and on because there are so many great pillars that you can choose to focus on. But I would say start by picking 3 or 4 lead sources and then commit to mastering them and going all in. Don't spread yourself too thin thinking you need to do every single one of them. You want to master a few before adding more pillars. Next, you're going to want to break down your plan. So you want to know what you're going to do daily, weekly, and monthly so that you stay consistent and then track what's working with the pillars you've chosen to go all in on. So what are you going to do daily? How many calls? How many texts are you going to send out to leads and prospects? How many hours of lead follow-up will you do? How much time or how many people do you need to connect with on social media every day? How much time are you going to devote to studying the market? You need to know what are the new listings, any price changes, what have sold, what's expired. As a new agent, you need to know the market better than anyone else so people begin to trust you and you can set yourself apart from the others and show that you know your stuff. You're also going to track weekly non-negotiables. Like if open houses are one of your pillars, how many will you host and how many will you attend? If you're working on social, how many short videos are you going to make or are you going to go live? How many times a week are you going to do this? If you're working with your sphere of influence, how many handwritten notes are you going to send out? How about those emails? Are you going to do any email marketing? Attend networking events. How many do you commit to doing every week? Now you're going to go over to your monthly. You want to review your metrics. What did you do? How many calls? How many appointments? Did you get any closings? Did you get anything out of the work that you've been doing? And if not, you want to adjust your strategy based on your results. And then, of course, you're going to plan your next month's marketing content. How do you stay accountable and track your success? So having a business plan is one thing, but how do you make sure you're actually following through? My advice? Find an accountability partner or a coach, someone who's going to check in with you weekly. You can choose another agent, or you can choose a friend, you can choose somebody who is a mentor, anyone that will hold you accountable. The next thing you want to do is use a CRM or a tracking spreadsheet. You need to log every call, every text, every appointment, every email sent out. You want to track this so that you know what's working. And then you're going to celebrate your wins and you're going to adjust what's not working. You've got to set your weekly and monthly checkpoints. Remember though, you always want to reward yourself for hitting any milestones that you set up for yourself. I also recommend that you join a mastermind group. You want to surround yourself with other motivated agents and entrepreneurs. It's important that you keep positive and that you feel that you're being supported and you're surrounding yourself with people that are like-minded. So let's recap some of the things we talked about, right? Here's what you need to do. Set a clear income goal, track your conversion ratios, pick 2 to 4 lead generation pillars, create a daily, weekly, and monthly plan, and then pick an accountability system to ensure you stay on track, and of course, join some groups with like-minded agents and entrepreneurs. If you follow through on all of these things, you're going to see success happen. As a thank you for listening to my podcast today, I'm going to give you a free real estate business plan template. You can download it now. I'm going to add the link in the show notes. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you found this episode helpful, please subscribe, leave a review. It really helps. And you know what I would really like? Tag me on Instagram @SarahWhiteBroker with a screenshot of your business plan. I'd love to hear how you're implementing this, and I will be there to cheer you on. So until next time, I want you to stay consistent, stay focused, and build your dream business. Thanks everyone for tuning in and listening to today's podcast. I hope you're walking away with insights you can put into action right now. Remember, every top agent started where you are now, so keep pushing, stay consistent, and know that the work you're doing today is building your success tomorrow. Until next time, keep it real and keep chasing your goals with grit and determination. Be sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode, and if you want to connect with me, check out sarahwhite.ca or find me on socials @SarahWhiteBroker. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.